About how to beat late night snacking. My name is Renee Paulson. If you're new here, I'm a recovering food and sugar addict, but also a healthy living and nutrition coach. I struggled with food and sugar addiction for years and years and years and was on that diet and binge cycle and could not figure out how to come off of that and get a hold of my cravings and actually lose weight and live healthy. And I did not discover that I needed to do that until I started having serious health side effects. Hold on, I just said spinach my teeth, excuse me, including having my gallbladder removed, high blood pressure, hypothyroidism, and nearly having a stroke. So, and also I had a big car accident where I had to heal myself. So I worked for several years to come up with the tools on how to heal my relationship with food, lose weight, keep it off, but still have moderation to learn how to have my cake and eat it too. I now teach other women the exact same thing, how to eat healthy, lose weight, maintain it, and still be able to have your cake and eat it too. Now, tonight I said we were talking about late night snacking and how to beat that late night snacking. And this is a very common thing that I find like across the board because I'm a snacker. I love snacking. Now, late night snacking is hard because normally we're just sitting and we're watching TV and it becomes mindless snacking, which is really kind of where the problem lies, especially if you like worked your butt off and you kind of ate healthy all day, or I should say, you ate balanced and you did good all day, and then you kind of blow it at night because you just mindlessly eat in front of the TV. So I'm going to give you a couple of my tools to combat this. First of all, don't eat a whole box of snacks in front of the TV. Here's what I want you to do. I'm not going to tell you to cut out snacks because I honestly don't feel like that's very realistic. This is where my husband and I differ, and I don't care because I'm stubborn and this is the way that I teach it. Because in real life, people love snacks and I love snacks too. Okay, so I've told you before that I use an app called Chronometer, and Chronometer, they have a free version and they have a paid version. No, again, I'm not getting paid to tell you this, but I am just telling you this because it's an app that I love. When you start to look at Chronometer, you start to, instead of looking at just calories, because especially as women, that's what we've been programmed to just continue to look at is those calories and counting my calories and blah, blah, blah. Who came up with this? I think it was the food industry. Anyway, so we've been programmed that, but you start to look at the protein, you start to look at those macronutrients, the protein, carbs, and fat. And Chronometer also has all the micronutrients, meaning your vitamins and minerals. So you can start to look at your snacks for sort of like nutritional value. Now, there's some snacks like I'm cool with, like Annie's organic cheddar squares or whole wheat goldfish or like some Mary's crackers and bitchin sauce, like things like that, or carrots and bitchin sauce. That's really good. I love the chipotle kind. I love the chipotle kind. The cilantro green kind, if you have not been to the store and looked at bitchin sauce, they have it everywhere. Now, it's usually by the hummus. It's a little spicy, but it's made from like almonds, so it is vegan, and if you have dairy problems, you can definitely get into it. And it's really good. They have lots of different flavors. I know I like the chipotle and the original. The cilantro, whatever, the green one that I just had, I'm not a fan of, but you might like. But there are some snacks that once you start to look at the nutritional value and look at the food, you'll start to understand a little bit of, okay, well, this snack looks like it's a little bit better than this. Again, you're stepping away from those calories because bitchin sauce has calories because it's made from nuts. But again, those and calories and fat from the nuts, but it's also good fat. So really looking at it through Chronometer and looking at the snacks that you're choosing, things like a fruit roll-up, I'm not going to agree with. It's got a ton of sugar in it and like no nutritional value. So really looking at your snacks like that, does goldfish have really nutritional value? The whole wheat one does. It has fiber and it has protein. So again, just looking at these things for the nutritional value, which really starts through tracking them, really. So you take your phone. I mean, obviously my phone case is empty right now, but it's an app on your phone, and you take your phone and it has a scanner thingy. I don't know what the technical term for this is, but it's the scanner thingy. It's the little button. You press the scanner thingy, you can scan the goldfish, and it will tell you the serving size. So again, looking at the serving size on the nutritional label. Here's another tip, especially if you want to snack. I weigh out my food through grams. On a food scale. I find it incredibly helpful, much more accurate than trying to measure through cups and figure out this and this and that. And chronometer works with both usually, but grams always, always, always. And I'll tell you also, if you do a recipe in grams, it comes out the same every time. And it's amazing. I love this. Why in the United States do we switch to cups? I don't know. To be difficult, I bet. Just to be like, we're not going to use your system. Ugh. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. But take the box of whatever, or the bag, or whatever snack that you have chosen, and making sure that it's, got some type of nutrients in it, and it's not just like I said, a fruit roll-up, which again, I'm not going to agree with, or like soda. No, that's just a no. Again, that is a no touching zone. If you know, you know, and if you don't, if you're new here, soda, no nutritional value, all sugar, literally like straight diabetes in a bottle. It's not even sugar, it's corn. It's like high fructose corn syrup, which is worse than sugar. I'm going to do a video on this one day where it's going to be so sticky though and gross. All right, I digress. Take whatever snack you're wanting and get a food scale. You can get a food scale for like, I don't know, $14-15 on Amazon. You might be able to get one for $10 cheaper, like a $10 one. I'm not sure. But, you could get one off Amazon and weigh out your food. Weigh out your food in a little bowl, your snack, whatever it is, in your bowl, and then put the snack box away. Walk away from the pantry or wherever the snack is and go and enjoy your snack that you have your bowl. Don't go back for seconds. Once your bowl is done, it's done. So trying that method. Now, if those things fail, which I have done all of these things, and through healing my relationship, after years, I can do the weighing out food and snack and have it in the house and be okay and not go back for seconds. Now, for a food and sugar addict, especially if you're a hardcore food and sugar addict like I was, that took years of work. Could I have fast-tracked that a little bit if I had known exactly what to do? Absolutely, which is why I teach that to people now, because now I know how you do that. Without that, it's just like years of agony and that cycle. So, if you can't control those snacks, that's where I use intermittent fasting as a tool really to help with addiction, food addiction. And it became where fasting is not for weight loss. Intermittent fasting is not to be intended for weight loss. So if you're ever looking at that for weight loss, that's really not what it's used for. It's really to help clear out your cells. And we fasted as probably as humans for centuries before that. Breakfast is break fast. You break your fast. So normally people fast throughout the night, but before people would go, they'd have fast. People do days fast, which, I've done before, but that's very extreme. Intermittent fasting, really, I started using it as a tool to help cut off that kitchen time. And so that made sure that I had to get all my food in between, in the other hours. Here's where starving and intermittent fasting are different. If you're intermittent fasting, you're fasting for a certain amount of time, period, meaning if you do it properly, you should have absolutely nothing. Or you could have like tea or black coffee, but nothing that's going to spike you up or have any calories. I think it's like less than 40 calories for a clean fast. You could do a dirty fast with, like coffee and coffee creamer. But really, when you're looking at a fast, you want to get the maximum benefits because it helps rejuvenate your cells and it just helps your body get a break from digesting food all the time. So it helps kind of regulate that energy and the blood sugar and really just kind of helps balance everything out. Now, I used intermittent fasting as a tool to help with food addiction because I needed a cut-off time to eat and when to not eat. Now, was this perfectly perfect all the time? No, it was a process. But again, it was like trying to make that rule. I cannot go back to the kitchen until whenever. So that means that I needed to get all of my food in before that. So by the time at the end of the day, I am full. I'm not looking for snacks because I'm full. And that's where, okay, now I'm entering my fasting time. The kitchen is closed. Let's say maybe it's like 8 p.m. or whatever time. I decided at the cutoff time. 8 or 9 p.m. depending on the day, and I would just be done. And I can see where maybe some people would be like, well, maybe that won't work for me. But I cannot explain when you get in that mindset. First of all, you need to be in the mindset to, want to really help yourself as the warrior that you are. If you're ready to step into that warrior, then, knowing that you are capable and that you do have the willpower, and, trying these tools to really help yourself maintain health and longevity in the long run. Like I said, I love snacking just as anybody else. This is why I usually incorporate snacks into what I'm eating throughout the day. Even if I have a little tiny snack, it still satisfies me. I build it in and I make sure that it has nutritional value. But like I said, before I could even handle that, it was kitchen and clothes, intermittent fasting. And I still do intermittent fasting now just because I'm so used to it. But I found it as a great tool to really help kind of with cravings and food addiction, really. And it has other amazing benefits. Like I said, cell regeneration, really helping your energy and things like that, giving your body that break. But that can be challenging. So if you are talking about or thinking about doing intermittent fasting, one important thing to know is to not just jump right into it, because you're going to feel like you're starving Marvin. And if you get too hungry at a certain point, you're going to be like, yo, I don't care what I'm doing. I'm just going to start shoveling things in my face. It's happened to everybody. So it doesn't mean like you're a bad person. It just means you got extra hungry and you didn't have a plan. So intermittent fasting, really, you don't want to jump into it. If you want to look into that, you need to research and really know why you're doing it. Not for weight loss, because it's not a good thing for weight loss. It's not going to help you. You don't want to starve yourself. Your body will then hold on to fat, and losing weight is going to feel impossible. So do your research and know why you're wanting to look into intermittent fasting, even if that's something to help with late night snacking and you do a fast maybe from 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. That's a 12-hour fast. I'm not talking about you have to fast for 20 hours. You should not jump into those types of fasts because you will get too hungry. So important things, don't jump into it. If you're looking at it, start backing up your eating window maybe by 30 minutes, 15 to 30 minutes a day, for a couple days, and then keep it moving backwards. Track your food. Absolutely track your food and make sure that you're getting the amount of calories and nutrients, macros and micronutrients in the time frame that you've decided is going to be your eating window. So like I said, don't jump into it. You need to make sure you're tracking your food so you're not starving, because that will throw off your hormones. And again, those hormones are going to shoot all sorts of shit that, is going to make you gain weight or hold on to weight. And, again, we're looking at health and longevity. So we want, especially as women, once we start to get up into like late 30s and 40s and beyond, girl, you need to pay attention to your hormones, because if not, hormones can have such a huge effect, not just on your energy and your sex drive, but just like your life, your hair, your skin, your feeling, and just your mental state. So making sure that you're not damaging your hormones or anything like that with fasting. So be very careful with that. If you have any questions about fasting, you can put them in the comments. I would definitely love to hear what they are. And I think I'm going to probably do a special live stream just straight on intermittent fasting, because I know it's a very trendy thing and a lot of people want to do it. But like I said, a lot of people think maybe it's for weight loss, or again, don't know how to do it, so you don't jump into, trying to fast all day. Oh, last important thing about intermittent fasting, if you did want to know or you were interested, this might need to do a whole other live stream, because this is a lot of information about fasting. But make a plan. Make sure you have a plan for when you're breaking your fast. That's why I do my everyday protein shake, because it's got so many nutrients and stuff. And so when I break my fast, I break it with really good nutrient dense food, and my body just sucks it all up. If you're feeding at Burger King, that's what your body's sucking up. So again, choosing those foods wisely, and that's where tracking your food is very helpful in Chronometer. I have looked at my FitnessPal. I understand where it comes from, but again, that's just programming back to calories. And so that's why I really believe in Chronometer and using that as a really good tool. All right, my lovely lady. I hope that was very helpful on how to kind of beat late night snacking. It's out there, and snacks are delicious. We're a snacking. That's why I think we have such a problem with sugar in the United States, is because we have a lot of snacks and most of them have added sugar. We've talked about a couple of the things that don't, like whole wheat goldfish don't have any added sugar, things like that. But that's where a lot of those snacks we really don't realize how unhealthy we are until we start really looking at them and tracking them. So choose your snacks wisely, measure them out if you need to, but still, I fully think that you should be allowed to have snacks if that's going to keep you on track, but weighing out your food, tracking it, and making sure that you have it in there and you don't mindlessly eat. So I hope that was helpful, and I hope that you have an amazing night. I love you so much. Next Tuesday, we're going to get probably into intermittent fasting, I think, a little bit. Comment below and let me know if you would like to know more about intermittent fasting. If you'd like me to do a whole live stream about really good diving deep information, what it's used for and how it really works through the body, I would love to hear from you. I'd love to hear from you. It's been a late night and it's almost bedtime. So I will let you go. I hope that you have a fabulous night. I love you bunches, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.